Welcome to my channel. My name is Swish. Today I'm going to play one of my all-time favorite games, Rimworld. Now there's a lot of ways you can play Rimworld, lots of mods, DLCs, and what have you, but I think today I really want to get back to the purity of the original Rimworld experience. We're just going to be doing a vanilla, modless, DLC-less, crash-landed kind of playthrough. Now that being said, we are going to use some mods, mostly just to improve the existing gameplay experience, not really change it, not really modify the way things are going to happen, so nothing too crazy. I am going to put a list of the mods that I have installed in the description in case you're curious. So let's start off with a new colony, crash landed experience. We're going to go with Randy Random today, because I think that is the most Rimworld of Rimworld experiences, and we're not messing around today. We're going to go losing is fun. Let's find a good seed. Entrails. Entrails is going to be our seed today. I think the classic experience probably involves a mountain base of some variety. I think this is where we're going to start. This is a mountainous area with a dirt road, so we can travel to nearby trading posts. Back to it. Marble and limestone. Marble's good for beauty. Limestone is easy to build with. We've got a dirt road. Growing period is going to be about 2/3 of the year, so there are going to be some cold periods. I think this is going to be an okay place to start. Let's see if we can't find a good selection of colonists to start off with here. All right, I think we have our 3 colonists. We've got Blitz, who's a civil engineer. He is iron-willed, so he's not going to break too often. High intellectual, so he's probably going to be spending a lot of time doing research. But he's also good at crafting, so he can work on chopping blocks and making clothes and what have you. And he's also really good at construction. It's good to have a couple people that can do construction to work on that sort of thing in the early stages of the game. We got Stein here, who's a master chef. He's good at cooking, good at plants, good at animals. He's going to handle all of the food stuff. Then we have Kyle, who's a space marine. Psychically dull, so not going to be affected by those drones and what have you. Likes construction, isn't great at it to start with. Is pretty good at mining, however, and can also help work on plants. What we're sort of missing is somebody who can really do social and somebody who can really do medical. We've got, 2 people with a positive medicine skill, so they can kind of do medicine. And then Stein here is the only one who has a positive social score, really. I guess Kyle being the backup here. Kyle the Space Marine, or the Emperor and all that. Anyway, these are going to be our colonists. Let's go ahead and get started. 3 of you awake in your cryptosleep sarcophagi to the sound of sirens and ripping metal. Barely get to the escape pods before the ship is torn apart. Sometime later, you land on this unknown Rimworld. As pieces of the shredded starship fall around you, you start making plans to survive. Okay, let's take a look at our surroundings. Right off the bat, the space here doesn't look too bad. Build like a little security gate right here in case raiders want to come from this side. Close this off here or close this off here, create a little security gate coming in. Taking a look at our grow zones. We've got this here and this here. There are no geothermal vents in this area though. Got some compacted steel to mine down here. Some components up here. So this isn't a bad place. Plus we got this down here, it looks like. So we got a couple of spots where we could mine steel. Alternatively, we've got this space up here. We could kind of like build a wall out. It would be right alongside the road. It's kind of convenient. We got a bigger grow zone right here. A couple geothermal vents close. Actually 3. So that could be an option as well. Like we got a spooky box up here to mess with. Not as much resources. We got some uranium over here, it looks like, though. Some good building material for what ails you. We build over here, then we can kind of build into the mountain, I guess. We don't have a great miner, do we? Kyle is our miner. Got to organize our colonists here. Mining and construction, cooking plants, animals, and construction, crafting, intellectual. I guess this would probably be the best place to start, huh? Maybe I don't even build like a gate at all. Like I just build inside the mountain. and build my security inside the mountain. That could be the way to go. Let's do that. All right, so starting off, let's go ahead and pick up anything we want. Let's figure out who's going to be doing what as far as fighting. Kyle is a space marine, so going to be great at fighting. This person's good with animals and has an okay shooting skill. So Stein, we're going to give you the bolt action rifle because it has the longest range and it's good for hunting. Blitz is a little bit better at melee. We're going to give them the plasteel knife. Normally I give the melee colonist the knife and all of the armor, but I think in this case Kyle is just going to be our toughest hombre. Even though she's not an hombre, her name is just Kyle. Let's speed things up a little bit here. All right. Now, we're going to have to build some sort of temporary living structure. Probably over here is fine. Just put everything over here for now. And we'll build... We don't even need that last one, do we? Like a door here. And we will build a couple of beds. Something like that, huh? We put a little animal sleeping spot in here. Put it like right here at the foot of the bed. What kind of animal did we start with, actually? We got Lewis, male husky. We will be training them shortly. Probably want to bond him to Stein, though, as Stein is the highest animals. Yeah. All right, and let's go ahead and tell everybody to haul the important shit first. And there should be some wood, down here. All right, let's let these colonists do their jobs. Got some packaged survival meals over here. We'll haul that as well. And while everything is getting in there, let's go ahead and just chop a bunch of trees down over here. We need to go ahead and set up our priorities. Sadly, our doctors are not the best. Hopefully we'll find somebody who knows how to put bandages on boo-boos. I like to prioritize plant cutting over growing, so they chop stuff down before they start growing stuff again. And we're going to ignore art. Let's see here. Kyle, somehow better at hunting, but we're not going to actually have Kyle doing hunting. Let's see. We got mining and construction will be their primary. We'll have Blitz helping with construction, crafting, and then research. Let's go ahead and set up a work schedule. We'll just copy that, paste it down the line. Other thing I like to do is set their apparel policy so they stop wearing clothes when it hits 51% hit points, so they don't get that tattered clothing debuff. That should be fine. All right, let's let colonists do what colonists have to do. We can have entrance to the base, honestly, start here. So let's set up a mining pattern here, something like that to get started with. And oh, we found compacted steel while we were down here. Nice cozy little place to live to start with. Is anybody else good at mining? Not really, but we'll have Blitz working on it with them. Now that we've mostly got these trees knocked down, let's create a couple of big grow zones like that, that. This will be rice. This will be cotton, and this will be heel root. Of course, they don't currently have the skills, but they will improve as they go along. And eventually, we'll probably bring growing indoors with hydroponics and what have you. This is going to be a true mountain base. Man, there's all kinds of resources in this side of the mountain. Normally, I'm not a fan of building into a mountain like this. I like bases more like this, where like you've just got mountains surrounding you and you can kind of just build in the middle. It's just a lot faster. But I think in this case, we've got too many good resources, like the multiple geothermal vents, the big extra grow zone right here. This would go a lot faster if we had a higher skilled miner, but whatever. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. So this will be the gateway into our base. However, we need to have a back door so we can bring stuff into from the outside. So where is our kitchen gonna live? We actually have a decent cook, right? We have a gourmand. 13 cooking and a double passion, so we should probably actually do some cooking, huh? So that means we need, we would need some sort of walk-in freezer. So we could do like that as a walk-in freezer. I like to have my stove and my butchery in 2 separate spaces, like a wall in between them. So we could do something like that. So we could have like the stove over here, or the butchery over here, and then we could do a dining room over here, and then maybe start putting in space for bedrooms over here, and then maybe start building down to a degree, something like that. Maybe I want to scoop this all up just a little bit here so we can have this match into the base a little bit better, something like that. Maybe something like that. And then we can have like doors coming through here. I guess I didn't have to make these inside walls double thick, did I? That's fine. It appeases my my sense of symmetry. Yeah, we'll go like that. And we are going to need some stone. So let's create a dumping zone for blocks, like right here-ish. And we'll put a stone cutter's table just outside. Set this for chunks. These are all limestone, huh? There's an aurora. It's going to undulate colors. A low-wage worker from the west, Aristan, is passing by. He is named Channel something or other. I missed it. Oh, probably ought to create a little bit of recreation for people, huh? Put a horseshoes pin in for funsies. Create a bill for stone blocks. Do forever. Drop in the ground. Shrink the radius. And of course, new lovers. Kyle tried to romance Blitz by describing him as an angry star. Blitz was attracted and is now Kyle's lover. They now want to sleep together. Consider assigning them to a double bed. You rascals. You rascals. We don't want you to put blocks here. Please stop putting stone blocks in here. Thank you. There we go. All right, so to set this up, we need some doors. One here, here, and here. Now, of course, that does slow people coming in and out on our side. Oh God, something's going on out here. Wolf ate a pig. Ate him up good, huh? Rob should be coming in a day or two. We can move this torch up here. This is helping Kyle raise her construction skill. It's time to name our faction. Well, we are the very vanilla colony. I can spell today. See if we can randomize a fun name. Engineers Hamlet. Sounds good. We've got a fun little spot up here that I feel like is going to end up being just a place to put prisoners. But realistically, we're going to have to mine all this out eventually anyhow. So this will probably be like our prison down here. Ooh, Sten is trying to get a little piece of Kyle as well. Let's see if that affected their moods. Rebuffed by Blitz. Opinion of my lover Blitz. Apparently it didn't start off good between the two of them. Right. We're gonna need to smooth this wall. Keep digging our way through the mountain here though. Keep moving the torch here so it's not so hard to dig. Alright, we've got rice pretty well fully grown. We just need to start building our kitchen. Tell you what, we've got nothing better to do, Stein, if you're not particularly growing stuff or cooking things. Let's just get you chopping some trees. Always use more wood. Let's see what Kyle's skills are starting to look at now. Mining has gone up to an 8. Construction is still at a 4. They've been doing a lot more mining than construction. Found yet even more steel. Nice. Oh, is that uranium too? Oh, it's marble. So it goes from limestone to marble over here. And yet even more steel up here. Got a pretty good stockpile of limestone. We have a bulk goods trader coming in from the Pact of the Pond. Like they've got ducks. Some wild boomalope just rummaging through our rice field here. Who is actually our social person again? It's Stein. And they have some ducks. They have a donkey. Pemmican. A bunch of different types of meats. Some delicious thrumbo meat. They got cloth, which we don't really need because we're growing it. We'll sell them this synthread skirt that we're not wearing. And they've got some parkas. Now we could make our own parkas, but I think if we've got the option to just go ahead and buy some, that'll actually get us ahead of the game when it does become winter time. We have to sell some stuff to get to that though. And I think wood is a pretty renewable resource. What if we sold him like 500? What if we sold him like 600 wood? What if we just hold him all of our wood? Also got some berries. We'll sell these berries we're not eating. Yeah, that works out. All right, that is most of our silver, but that means that all of our 3 starting colonists are covered when it becomes wintertime. And we still have a bunch of wood that we've chopped down, we just haven't brought inside yet. So we have a Devil Strand parka. I like to think that these are like starter jackets. Remember starter jackets from the 90s? They're like your favorite sports team. I remember I had a starter jacket in middle school. We're gonna need to put a cooler in here. We're gonna need to put in a door here, 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 a door here. We're gonna need an electric stove. We'll put here. We'll need a wooden butcher's table, which we'll put here. I'm gonna put a wooden shelf here, and I'm gonna put a dumping zone here. So the dumping zone is just going to be not rotten animal corpses. We're gonna call this priority preferred, and this is just going to be raw food, and this will also be preferred. This will all make sense. Don't worry, there's a method to my madness. Everybody has picked out their favorite parkas. Tell you what we can do. We'll hold these open while we're doing construction, and then we'll shut them when there's like raids and what have you. All right, gonna set a bill, cook simple meals. Do until you have, so we got 3 colonists, let's say 30. We'll just try to keep 30 meals on hand at all times. Drop on floor, and we'll shrink the radius down to about the size of where the walk-in refrigerator is going to be. Then this, set a bill, butcher creature, going to do that forever. Drop on floor and shrink to about the size where the walk-in freezer is. Then I'm going to start by creating a zone in here, but we are going to fill this full of shelves. It's going to be clear all, foods, and this is going to be normal priority. So they're going to put vegetables and stuff here first, and we're going to put animal corpses here. And you know what? In case we run out of space here, let's go ahead and put animal corpses in this room as well. Just eating some raw rice there. Let's go ahead and put a wood fire generator right here, and we'll make sure it gets to there for power. We're just putting hidden conduits in because we don't have these walls smoothed yet. A heat wave. Probably need to be taking the parkas off then. Yeah, for whatever reason, the parkas don't really affect your max comfortable temperature. It only really affects your minimum, which is kind of cool. We'll put a passive cooler in the room that we're sleeping in for now. And we're going to lower that down to that. Need to put some lights in. Nice. And let's put a roof area over top that, just to keep it from getting rained on. All right, now let's build. The reason why you guys aren't hauling this in. All the wood in, please. Sten is hiding in his room because he ate raw food. That's fine for now. No storage space. Do we not have space for wood? Apparently not. That would be why they haven't been hauling it in. All right, passive cooler is keeping the starter room cool. Unfortunately, this is still indoors for some reason, even though we got the door open. Nice. Doing a pretty good job keeping the room cool, even though there's like holes everywhere. All right, so we need to build dining room. That, put in some wooden stools. Go ahead and put a bookshelf in, and we'll put a chess table in the corner here with a stool next to it. We have some ambrosia sprouting way the hell over here, so I don't care about it. I guess that's not too far away, but still. They just straight up eat all of the rice that we grew instead of turning them into meals. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and put in some beds. First, we do have 2 colonists that want to sleep in a double bed, so we'll probably build them a separate room. And this will just be the bunker for colonists that don't have significant others. It's now summertime, and we'll put an animal sleeping spot over here. Since we sold all of that wood that we chopped down, let's go ahead and just chop down some more. Wood is fortunately a pretty renewable resource on a map like this. Do then is put a bedroom over here. Maybe I shouldn't have put these here because this is probably where entrances to other rooms are going to be. Have to adjust the lighting. Still a heat wave outside. That one passive cooler is doing a pretty good job keeping the base cool though. Building into the mountain is good for temperature control. Bad for bugs though, let me tell you. We are eventually going to have to deal with bugs. We are starving, huh? How did that happen? Let's see if there are any meals. All right, there are no packaged survival meals left on the map. Well, while we're waiting for this to come in, might have to do just a tad bit of hunting. See if there are some wild boar. Let's have Sten come out here and hunt some wild boar, and hopefully not get immediately attacked by them. Nice shot. Nice shot. Nice shot. Bacon is on the menu. Chop it up. Have them eat meals so they're not just eating raw meat. There we go. That should get us through until this is fully grown in. And then let's go ahead and talk to these people, because in all likelihood they had some food we could have just bought from them. Yeah, they got some pemmican we could just buy. Of course, we don't have any money at this point. They got a donkey, a goat, a couple of horses. They got Psychite tea. We can go ahead and sell this plasteel. 9 plasteel isn't really going to help us out. We can kind of just use the money at this point. I think we're going to be fine once this round of crops come back in, so let's just do that. Maybe we expand our grow zone a little bit here. That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Let's just expand this out all the way over here now. Let's take up all of that fertile soil there. All right, so now that we got a bedroom up here, let's build a double bed with a wooden end table and a wooden dresser and a door and a door. Then this can be for Kyle and Blitz. Kyle and Blitz, there you go. Put a light in this room. Go. Probably need to put power into that room too, huh? Left us a gift of 52 silver. Why, thank you. That's my favorite gift. Money. Cold hard cash. Some thrumbos. I'm gonna leave those guys alone. Timberwolf is hunting Sten. Let me tell you, we don't appreciate no Timberwolves. Get him. Get him. Handled. All right, Sten looks like he's probably hurt. Yeah, he needs some healing. Who is best doctor? It is Blitz is probably fine to do it. Already tending. Good job. All right. Timberwolf bites are all taken care of. Probably gonna have to deal with an infection. All right. I think next step is going to be to build our security hallway. We're gonna make our fence out of limestone since we have plenty. And then for security, we'll do spike traps. Something like that. Sten's having a bad day. Got beat up a little bit. Got wolf blood all over his starter jacket. It's Kansas City Chiefs starter jacket too. You could tell. You could tell he's a Chiefs fan. He's malnourished. He's gonna start punching the stove. Just gonna start punching everything. Broke a light. Sten's just having a bad day. Having a bad day for sure. But now he's realizing that he doesn't have to be malnourished because there is food that he can eat. But fortunately, he destroyed that light that we needed to move anyway. Alright, security hallway is pretty well installed. Now we need to build a storage room so we can take all of this stuff and put it somewhere. We also need to put in a research bench, which we'll put over here. And I guess we'll dig our storage room over on this side. There was a mad turkey somewhere. Let's have Kyle go deal with this turkey. Sten, let's have you not punch this turkey to death. Okay, handled. Now we can have some turkey meat. Kyle got some turkey scratches. Some bird leather. Sandstone fell from the sky. Move our mining torch into the mining area. We have run out of wood yet again. Probably from building all of these spike traps. Dry thunderstorms are spooky, aren't they? Like no rain coming down, just thunder. Ooh, looks like his skill has gone up high enough that he can start growing heal root. I'll tell you what, for now, let's prioritize getting rice back in the ground. Right. Now, we need to figure out what our priority really needs to be. I think for now, we're just going to make this a big stockpile zone. And we'll copy our settings here, paste them here, then delete this one. Then we'll deconstruct all this, and we'll tell colonists to move that stuff. We'll reinstall the passive cooler over here for now. I tell you what, Stein, let's go ahead and take you off of All Plus. So I really want him getting crops in the ground because food is becoming a little tough on us. Then once he's got crops back in the ground, we'll have him chop some more trees so we can start building our research table again. What I might do is put that animal sleeping spot next to Sten's bed because they're bonded, and this will give him a nuzzle bonus when they sleep next to each other, which is flippin' adorable if you ask me. Flippin' adorable. All right. Now we can go ahead and allow that. All right, got this heal root growing. One of the cool things about heal root is that it'll grow even when it's really cold outside. So even though we're getting this in late summer, this will probably continue to grow through the fall, and we'll probably have it available to us by the time winter comes around. Heal root also takes a very long time to grow. To be honest, I'm very surprised we haven't seen a raider yet. We are, of course, on Randy Random, which means that we don't get raids on a regular basis. We get them whenever he feels like it. So there's no way to predict when it's going to happen. All right, that's grown in. Let's go ahead and chop some more trees. This will get our research bench. Oh, of course, we had to fill up our passive cooler with wood. That's how you cool a base, is by putting wood in a box. All right, now that we have a research bench, let's go ahead and put a wooden stool. Thank you. And let's go ahead and start doing research. And I want to start with, honestly, let's just go straight to geothermal. We could do solar panels and batteries. We could go that route, but I think with all of the geothermal vents we have available to us in this area, like, let's just go ahead and start off there. And let's go ahead and make sure the Blitz is focusing on research for now. And we can expand this a little bit, I think. Put in some spike traps, like here-ish. Yeah, that should be fine. All right, not a bad start. Not a bad start. We are struggling on food for sure. Hopefully this will come in, and then our food problems can we can get ahead of them. We've got a place for everybody to sleep. We've got a sleeping space for our researcher and his fiance Kyle. So he can do his research in here, and it's also a double bed area for them. We've got plenty of space for additional colonists if they ever decide they want to join. We've got places pretty well mapped out. We just need to sort of start filling the place out by smoothing walls and putting in floors and what have you. But I think that's a good place for us to close up for this particular video. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. If you want to see me play Rimworld live, believe it or not, I stream on a little known Twitch channel called WBPL76 every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on a show called Cooking on the Rim, where I play Rimworld live in front of a live studio audience. Live in front of a live studio audience. I said that twice. That's how important it is. So if you want to check us out, there's a link in the description. I'll see you there. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video and hope you have a great day.